Most companies don't have a cohesive, highly effective public relations effort, but having one can work miracles for building your fame, even if you are a very small company. So this is great also. So we redid a lot of chapter 7 around the 7 months of marketing because a lot has changed since the new edition or since the old edition. And this is one that it gets lost even today. We focus so much on digital and social, we forget that press is such a great opportunity. So we had a client. His name is Kami Haas. He runs one of the most adored children's dentists in the United States. It's called the Super Dentist, and it's in San Diego. Just to give you an idea, they have been voted as the #1 child's attraction in San Diego multiple years in a row, and that's over SeaWorld. And just to put this into perspective, the top 3 biggest fears for people in life are like death, moving, and going to the dentist, something like that. So to go from one of the biggest fears that nobody likes to being a top attraction for kids, they're really doing something right. Kami's brilliant. He's taken Disney and brought it into the dentist world. During COVID, they got shut down, right? Because nobody was allowed to work. And during that time, Kami, because he had a core story, he had all of this data that proved that the health of your mouth is connected to all other parts of your body. It really dictates the health of especially your lungs, which we know from COVID is a critical piece. So he found some market data that we already had pulled for him, and he used that to write a press release that ended up getting him $500,000 in press. And he went from being a dentist in San Diego, getting he gets on the news here and there for different pieces because he's an expert, but this got him nationwide coverage. Everybody wanted to talk to Kami because he said, and we backed it up with data after, that you're 7 times more likely to die of COVID if you have gum disease. And half of the population in America has gum disease and they don't know it. So one simple thing you can do to avoid COVID is by brushing your teeth for 3 minutes twice a day. Who would have thought? But when they had shut down dentists, he stood up and said, we are a vital force to assist with COVID because we have to make sure that people's oral health is in place. So he was able to be a part of that force that got dentists back and running earlier than what we anticipated because of the scientific backing, as well as his story of being a dentist for the last several decades and working with like UCLA. He's done a lot of work with UCLA. And that started his whole merge into, he wrote a book called If Your Mouth Could Talk. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend picking it up, If Your Mouth Could Talk. It's fascinating about the health of your mouth and how it affects the entire body. But that is one example of, do you have education? Do you have expertise in a topic that is happening, that has gone viral or is very popular amidst the news channels, so that you can utilize that to try and get into more press? So is it educational? Can you back it by market data? So those are the 2 questions. Is it educational? Can you back it by market data? And what are the trends that they're talking about now? And can you provide value as an expert in your space? So make sure you don't overlook press. Can be a very valuable tool, especially if you're talking to prospects and you're able to show that screenshot of you on the news, right? It sets you up as a complete other level of expert when you're able to show that. So keep in mind press, don't forget about it. If you'd like to hear Kami himself, you can go check out our interview with Kami from our blog or our YouTube, where he talks, you hear more about his process and how he was able to do that. And you'll hear the expertise in his voice and how he can blend story and market data. He's a brilliant master at it. So go ahead and check that out. Until then, make sure you think about press. Make sure to get your copy or copies at theultimatesalesmachine.com. There's a lot of special bonuses that you can't get going to Amazon, so make sure you check it out at ultimatesalesmachine.com.